Thank you.
Bye-bye. Enjoy the tour. Thank you. Bye.
There we are.
Very proud.
Hey, you okay? Out on the Mongolian steppe, the Gobi Desert, waiting for the van to cool down. About an hour outside of Zagad. Here we are.
Yes, good. Good. You guys good? Yeah, well done. I might you for it, okay, because they're dealing with something, a bit of a major trauma, and something that you know what you're getting. It's green, rolled up stretcher, okay?
Can you take him?
Right, we'll crack on without further ado. Welcome to the Gobi, everybody. This year we've got people from all over the place. Last year we had quite a good mixed bag again. This year we've got people from Zimbabwe, America, Switzerland, Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland. It will be hard, but being an unstoppable machine, the component parts may ebb and flow, but together we'll strive through. And I've got race numbers for everybody. Well done, Jason.
Okay.
Pass it over there, Tim, please.
Who's 17?
Thank you. Night before the first race. That's my tent mate, Charlie, from UK, but
It's not his fault.
it's 10 o'clock at night. Gonna get up around 5:30 tomorrow morning. Got probably the easiest patch tomorrow. A little nervous, a little excited. Not sure what the next 6 days will have in store. I'm sure it'll be very painful, but really cool group of people, great race crew, and awesome surroundings. So who knows what the future will hold in store or how decrepit I'll look by the end of this thing, but that's how it is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
We're off. Here we are. It's the first day of running. About 4 miles in. This is the easy day. About 16, 17 mile loop. Big thing is just the acclimatizing as we're at about 8,000 feet and change. We have 2 Mongolian runners up here. Joe, who's a semi-pro Irish female ultra runner. She's right up ahead here. I was just staying with her. And then another guy from the UK. And then about 16, 17 or so behind. So the scenery's great so far, but long way to go. First patch of ice. This is the ice gorge, extremely slippery. End of day 1. The weather was damn near perfect for running. Nice and cool this morning, overcast, cloud covered. And it was an ice gorge, just this beautiful canyon with very slippery ice that we had to go very slow on. Last part was a little psychologically daunting because it was just lots of rolling hills and false summits. You kept thinking that over the next hill you're going to be back in camp. You come over the hill and just see 3 more hills that you had to go over. I'm feeling good now. I felt great today. I came in 6th today. I'm hoping I can hold up tomorrow and just sticking with my mantra, patience, conservation, and calm. And that's what's getting me through things. So who knows what's in store for the rest. Let's see. Today's day 2 of the Gobi Challenge. Taking a little walk break. About 9.5 miles in. We have about a 23-mile day. It's about close to 9 in the morning. Hopefully I can get most of this done before it gets too hot. Feeling pretty good so far. Believe it or not, I'm about second position right now. Only the Mongolians ahead of me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a stupid thing. Stupid meaning I'm going too fast, but I feel good. Yesterday felt great, recovered well. Nice scenery so far. You can see all around. Yaks. Holy shit. Welcome to the Gobi Desert. No, that's not an ocean. That's just desert. The entire country's worth. I just got out of the Gorge. Gentlemen, thoughts about day 2?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Lovely day. Concerns about day 3?
No, it's good. Nah, no climb.
Nah.
26 miles.
Yeah.
Delirium rules.
Delirium rolls, yes. Getting to the end of day 2. We're at our second campsite now. First part of the day was, again, we really lucked out with having pretty good weather. The second part got pretty hot, well over 100, and that became a little rough, difficult. Things have cooled down a bit. We got some more overcast and nice wind, so that's just been fantastic. We've been pretty much just laying outside now for the evening, eating our food. Tomorrow's going to be a really crappy day. That's pretty much a 26 plus mile straight shot through the desert. So basically down that way, just a straight run, mostly flat, just really boring. Okay, here we are, day 3, about a third of the way finished, 9 miles. It's a 27-mile day, kind of going through this village in the middle of nowhere. Today was the first day. Woke up, felt a little stiff, but doing okay. Keeping my heart rate up, but feel pretty good. About an hour, 26 minutes in. Long way to go. It's just straight that way for another 17 miles. Well, halfway done. Got quite a headwind here. A little sandstorm. It's impossible to run against this. All right, here we are, third camp, end of day 3. Hardest day so far, about 27 miles through the plains. We all thought it was going to be hot today. It was the complete opposite. It was actually quite cold, rainy, and a headwind straight from hell. Absolutely relentless, blowing against me at least for the whole entire second half of the race. So hard that even when you were going downhill, you couldn't even really run against it. It's just easier to walk than run. I could actually walk faster than I could run in the wind and use less energy. Stomach got like super hungry in the middle of the race. I was just like dreaming about pizza. Have a really nice campsite tonight. Really gorgeous view in the middle of the plains. Have these kind of old fallen apart buildings that we've used as kitchen and bathroom and sort of shelter from the sun, because of course the sun did come out after we finished the race and it got real hot. But anyway, we're halfway done.
What do you want? Can I borrow this? Can I use this?
Day 4. Gonna be a hot one today. No clouds. All heat. Well, folks, this is what it's about. It's still day 4. I'm on mile 22. Last half of this day has been completely uphill, and it's hot. I don't know, 100, 110. Getting close to the camp. I'm in second position behind the Mongolian Olympic guy who is in a different category technically, because he's getting support along the race by a roving crew. So I guess that makes me in first place right now. Not that that really matters. It's just doing this against yourself. This is one of those days where you really, begin to reflect on why you do endurance things like this, and what are the strategies for getting through it. I'm focusing on my mantra: patience, conservation, and calm. Hopefully that's going to get me to that flag way in the distance there. When I get to the top of that hill, hopefully I'll be able to see camp. Be another mile or so away. Whew. This is a tough one. Alright, I'm done here. Just 2 more days left to go. They'll be hard, they'll be hot, sand dunes. Whew. But you just take it day by day. And within each day you take it step by step. It sounds cliche, but that's what you gotta do. Look at this terrain. It's the Gobi Desert. Alrighty. It's the end of day 4. Turn in for bed tonight. It's about 9 o'clock at the Gorge camp, which you can see out here. Today was another hard day. First half of the race, I was doing pretty awesome. Second half was entirely uphill, so it was a very difficult, very dramatic race today. Kind of an epic battle between me and the Mongolians. I had the second Mongolian, the tall guy, passed me early on in the race, but I kept up with the lead guy, the stronger one, and actually led him for the first half of the race. Then overtook the second Mongolian guy by the halfway point. At that point, the lead guy overtook me by about 10-15 minutes. Got up to the last checkpoint, and Dave, the race director, was just telling me to go, that I could take him, that the lead Mongolian guy was looking pretty rough and I was looking pretty strong. So sort of raced toward the end. Didn't see the lead Mongolian guy, just thought he got a second wind, finished. Anyway, I get about 1 kilometer from the finish in these twisty, turny gorges, and look over my shoulder, and out of nowhere is the second Mongolian, just sprinting like crazy, despite the fact that I hadn't seen him for half the race. Even on the plains where I could see far. So he took some sort of overland shortcut, which is legal to do. So I started sprinting, and we just were battling through this gorge, back and forth, skipping turns and everything, and ultimately got me. He finished about 10-15 seconds before I did. And then we found out that the original lead Mongolian had taken a wrong turn and hadn't finished yet, so he was picked up by his race crew. And the way this works is the 2 Mongolians are counting as supported. They have a roving support vehicle that's giving them supplies, dunking water on their heads and stuff, which of course is illegal. Pressure's on. Tomorrow's July 4th, day 5. First sand dune phase, going to be, again, another hot one. Really difficult, so just trying to stay focused. It's day 5. Halfway done with day 5 in the sand dunes. When I first got to the sea of sand, I actually cried at how beautiful it was. I'm also a little out of it. This is what I'm running through. This is so incredible. Camp's right there. It's like a quarter mile away. I'm so depleted, so hot. My feet really hurt. Some of my toenails are about to come off. I think one of them just did come off. One more day to go. It's kind of weird. This is such a great experience. You can see, how desolate it is around me. I'm not walking on a road or anything. I'm just walking in the desert here. It's so painful. This is 5 days, 117 miles covered in the Gobi Desert in July. You don't know how strong some something is until you almost break it. Learn a lot about yourself in these things. About your potential and capabilities, how you cope with adversity. Love this stuff. It hurts so much. Day 5. Today was really tough, excruciating. He just saps you. There's a really nice sand dune phase. You gotta run up the sand dunes and across these ridges, and it was just beautiful. It was actually just tearing up when I got to him. Of course, you're so depleted, your emotions are all over the place, but it's just such an amazing sight. We got one more day to go. We're gonna be running up those sand dunes that you see behind me. There's a weird kind of pressure feeling on me right now. Somehow I managed to take the lead in this. There's some really incredible people here, but and it's gonna be July 4th back in the States tomorrow, so just like all the race directors have been prodding me this whole time, do your country proud. This has been quite a challenge. So hard, so difficult. I can't believe we're all getting through it. There's heat and wind and hills and just the long distances day after day with packs on your back and just, even staying in the camps is an endurance feat, because you get back and it's boiling hot and sunny, and you can't really get out of the shade. You go in your tent, that's like twice as hot as it is outside. All the water, everything that you drink is hot. We're not getting ice here. We're not getting good stuff, in the evenings. We're getting the crap that we've been carrying on our backs, and bottles of water are the only thing that's provided to us that have been sitting outside baking all day long. So we get boiling water to cook our meals. I'm so sick of the powdered stuff. Craving pizza and Coke. I think I'd pay someone $100 right now for a nice cold bottle of Coke. Just anything cold. This has been a great trip. An endurance challenge like I never really could fathom, and can't believe that I'm getting through. Just gotta power through it. One more day. Tomorrow at this time I'll be very happy. A lot of people here will be very happy. So, that's it. Ready? Beginning of the last day of the Gobi challenge. Nerves. Excitement. Running up that thing. Well, this is the last part of the last day. Just gotta go up the largest sand dune in Asia. It's like 1,600 feet. Go straight up that, fall along the ridge all the way to the end, then back to camp there. I'm in so much pain right now. I got blisters on my foot. One's like the size of, larger than $50. Agonizing. My stomach's just all blown up. Can't get my electrolytes right today. Just crashing today. I guess that's alright. It's the last day. I got less than 6 miles to go. I just gotta get up that sand dune. Well, this is it. Final moments of the Gobi. This is Ben.
Oh, it's amazing.
Ben and I were
They've made it.
we're soldiers today, pushing each other through just the absolute craziest day ever. From the very beginning to these impossible sand dunes to these last 100 meters of the Gobi Challenge. It is over. What do you think? Last day?
I'm just thinking that Deborah's been up there for 13 and a quarter hours.
She's on her way down now. I can see her coming down.
Willpower beyond imagination. Hey.
What a great feeling to finish it.
Yeah.
Fabulous event as well. I mean, last year I thought we had a super bunch of people.
Yeah.
And you often think, you know, that that's just remarkable that it happens once, not in a lifetime, but just occasionally. Come back this year, I mean, this is probably an even better bunch of people.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the way everyone has mixed together, and there is a competitive element, yeah. But at the same time, the main concern is: are people going to finish? Are they injured? How are they doing?
Right.
How they get
Right.
it? Which for me is a bit of an anathema because, you know, usually playing team sports, you're quite intent in putting one of the opposition out of the game somehow or other.
Right. Yeah.
And hopefully within the rules, but if not necessarily, then
Yeah.
slightly out of them. So I almost imagined it was something like this. You'd have the elite runners who, you know, the rest of us were just riffraff. But it's not the case at all, really.
No, we've all been supporting each other.
Yeah, that's quite a unique experience. For me, it's a very unique experience, I must say. That's something I'll treasure from this.
Absolutely.
Hopefully keep in touch with a few people, but I mean, treasure the camaraderie from this, because you don't get it very often in life today.
It's true. Well, that's it then. Gobi Challenge finished. Day 6. Definitely the hardest day. One of the hardest days ever for me. It was an absolute killer. Going up the highest sand dunes in Asia, you know, after you're running, you know, over a half marathon, and you still got to run up those things. Here, the Congrenelles, that's what they're called, was just one of the toughest things ever. I mean, they're like 1,600 feet high. I mean, they're like mountains. I mean, this image is probably doing no justice as far as how high they actually are. So you're just fighting your way up like climbing a mountain, and you get to the ridge, and it's just, you know, a couple miles along a ridge of sand dunes where it's just going up and down and up and down. And you finally get to the end and come down, and it's about another mile or two to the finish line here, and it was absolute elation. It's Lynette.
Hello.
And me, the only Americans, and we got this nice goat head with us. All my internal organs will be turned to mush by the end of this. Punta! What? Here we are on our stop number 6. What, Ronaldinho, you want to see your face? Huh? So we're waiting for the van to cool again. Probably stop number 6 on the way back to Dawn Zagad from our last camp. Oh! Oh!
Let's get the first award out of the way. Obviously, only one person can win this race. Although we're very much a team out in the desert, forged of individual components. Keep going forward. We can only have one winner, and this year, really from the start, he led a strong race and finished strongly. But because he's American, we're not giving him the trophy. But I give you Jason. Yeah.